JD Vance sat down to record a 4-hour podcast episode with Joe Rogan today. The VP was asked about it during a rally where he couldn't help but take a swipe at Kamala Harris.
We're thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be in Pennsylvania. We actually recorded an episode of Joe Rogan this morning, so we started out in Austin, Texas. And we're closing out.
How long was it, JD? How long were you in Rogan?
Almost 4 hours. Almost 4 hours. So I've officially done more interview time than Kamala Harris has the entire campaign just today. So
Vance's podcast comes after Kamala Harris was slammed after Joe Rogan revealed her team made demands before the interview could take place, which he rejected.
I heard you might have needed to cancel on us to get Kamala Harris on.
I was not going to do that. I would have had to. I knew you guys flew from England, and I wasn't going to cancel on you because she had an opportunity to come in. You could look at this and you could say, "Oh, you're being a diva," but she had an opportunity to come here when she was in Texas, and I literally gave them an open invitation. I said, "Anytime." I said, "If she's done at 10 o'clock, we'll come back here at 10 o'clock." I go, "I'll do it at 9 in the morning. I'll do it at 10 p.m. I'll do it at midnight."
Yeah, but I think this idea that you're being a diva is silly because you're offering her the opportunity to do exactly what the other candidate did, right?
Well, she actually reached out when she found out that he was coming on. So their camp reached out to me. So I said, great, I would love to talk to her. But it was very difficult to tie it down, and they wanted to travel. And see, the thing is, like, you can't, if I go somewhere, then there's going to be other people in the room. And they want to control a lot of things, I'm sure, according to the Brett Breyer interview on Fox. Like, people were waving him off. That's a distraction. People in the room, like, my whole goal with her and with him is just talk. Just have a conversation like a human being. You find out things about people. You get a sense of them, at least, a real sense. That was it. I don't give a fuck what we talk about. I really don't. I just want to talk to you.
The revelation attracted criticism from social media, with this commentator saying, if Kamala can't even handle 20 minutes with Brett Baer, she wouldn't be able to hang with Joe for 3 whole hours. Donald Trump also took a swipe at Kamala's ability to get through a lengthy and unscripted podcast during his own Joe Rogan interview that was released mere days ago.
Can you imagine Kamala doing this show?
I could imagine her doing this show.
She'd be laying on the floor.
She was supposed to do it, and she might still do it, and I hope she does.
She's not going to do it.
I will talk to her like a human being. I would try to have a conversation with her.
If she did this kind of an interview with you, I hope she does, because it would be a mess. She'd be laying on the floor comatose. You'd be saying, call in the medics.
JD Vance's swipe at revelations of Democratic camp demands come as Kamala Harris is struggling through her worst week yet on the campaign trail, following Joe Biden's latest gaffe that has put half the nation offside, says Sky News host James Morrow.
James, we've seen Donald Trump react to Joe Biden's garbage comments, the latest gaffe from the lame duck president now, which it could really damage the Kamala Harris campaign in the final weeks. Such a damaging distraction at the very least.
Well, you know, they thought they had it all over Donald Trump with that comment by the comedian at the Madison Square Garden rally on Sunday. But then, of course, not for the first time, Kieran, not for the first time, Joe Biden has gone and, you know, thrown a grenade into the whole narrative and said something that now has got, I think, for now the 3rd day straight, the Harris campaign on the run. We've seen today Karine Jean-Pierre at the White House having to clean up the remarks. We've seen Kamala Harris have to clean up the remarks. The White House press office had to clean up the remarks, editing the transcript to make it look like he was only referring to one supporter by adding an apostrophe. We all know that that's nonsense. We've seen the New York Times, Politico, all of these news outlets also trying to run cover for Donald Trump. But, you know, this is very much like when Joe Biden said, oh, no, Kamala Harris has been with me every step of the way, trying to break her narrative, saying that, you know, she's independent from his administration. This is, again, I think, Joe Biden showing his bitterness at having been shoved aside, Kieran, and now is doing everything he can on some, I think, subliminal, subconscious level to, I think, hurt her chances.